Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B-Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. I'm back in the book. I got something nice for you today. We're going to do some isms. What the hell? 8 of them to be exact. I'll break it down for you, but that's where we're going. Let's go. Right ism. 25 ism. Another ism. This is going to be fun. All right, let's go. Right isms. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. You're a right thinker. Your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. Yeah, that's what I do. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not, and knows that they know not, it's simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not, and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers? Know thyself and to my eye, be true. I'm going to show you a chart here of the isms. That's where we're going today. This chart is going to break down everybody's philosophy or ism, as they call it, doctrine, whatever it is, dogma, but everybody has one. That's my point. We've been talking about God and how you celebrate him, how you worship, concepts of him. Everybody got one, but it all comes down to what your actions are, because that's what he recognized. He don't know a Christian from a Muslim from a Jew, okay? Atheist from a Christian. Don't care. Why? These. If you do something worthwhile, you get blessed. If you do something not right, you get karma. The proverbial knot. All right, let's go. This is going to be fun. Right thinkers, let's talk about the selected spiritual categories compared. I'll call them the isms. I've got a table of major religious categories. It's 8 of them. Okay? Whatever religion you follow, whatever concept, philosophy you practice, is going to be in here somewhere. How about that? Okay, let's go. The sages of our ancient times had created philosophies, not one, but philosophies, through which it may be possible to explain the unexplainable or the origins of creation. Again, the unexplainable. As we saw above, I just show you the chart. Then they set out to even better that by creating disciplines that you can follow, which could lead you to discover your spiritual truths of life for yourself. These are the rules I'm giving you. These are the rules that I follow. This is the stuff that I practice. They had this figured out. That's my point. Trying to get you to show you what's this. And thereby realize for yourself. That's my thing. I want you to tell me. I need to know for myself. And when it comes to God, you need to know him for yourself. The higher reality, which lies where? Beyond this phenomenal physical world. It's something other than this. These disciplines, and that's what they are, philosophies, are referred to, what's this, as religions. I call it right then philosophy. Well, that's a religion. Why? Because you practice it every day. I get that aspect. I get that part of it. And it's God-based. So yeah. But it's also a philosophy that principles laid out that you can follow. That's all. No commandments. None of that. None of that. You hold yourself accountable. That's all. You live up to the accountability of, I have not done this. I have not done that. Simple. And it's my job to tell you what and what not to do. And they called it religions, and it's spiritual philosophies. That's what it is. Some people call it mysticism or yoga. All of them are right. Okay, so there's no wrong way to search, worship, and celebrate God. How about that? Ain't no religion wrong. Okay, so I'm not, no, I know the purpose. So get that part. They're all supposed to get you to the same place, God. Below is a basic listing, I'm going to show you in a minute, of the world religions and their spiritual philosophies, what they represent and what they think and what they fear. That's going to be laid out for you. Okay, now in the following religious categories are present, so that what the reader, you, may gain a basis for comparing, right here, the varied forms of religious practice that are being discussed in this volume. You can be a Christian, Muslim, Jew, Hindu, voodoo, whatever. Your choice. That's called free will. And for people who have a philosophy, I have mine. If you don't practice it, I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't hate somebody else's philosophy because it ain't mine. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So there's no disrespect. I got no animosity against somebody else's philosophy. Why? I hang out with Christians. I'm not a Christian. I hang out with Muslims. I'm not a Muslim. I fellowship with Jews. I'm not Jewish. That's my point. And the varied religions, and there's a bunch of them, exist. So what? So that the varied personalities, every person in the human being may be able to what? Practice religion in accordance with what? With their current desires, whatever you choose. The Jews made it best. Why? Out of all the guys, we take Yahweh. And they ain't got off themselves. Why? They picked that horse and they're going to ride him to the end. If you're going to stand on something, stand on it. You're going to pick it for the right reason, and then ride it to the end. Simple as that. That's all. And the Jews are a perfect example. They don't care what people think about what they do. And every individual, when they're doing what they do, you don't either. So they're no different than nobody else. Respect what they do and leave them be. That's what I say. And what's this? For their current desires and or psychological inclinations, religious tradition, philosophies are there to keep you in line, to put you in a position of what? Doing what you need to do to get where you want to go, so to speak. And if God is your goal, religion is there for that purpose. If you ain't religious, you don't want God, you ain't got to join any religion. You atheist, you don't need no religion. Moving on. But based on their level of what? Spiritual development. How mature are you? How well are you at what you claim to be? What's the difference between a good Christian and a bad Christian? Some of the religious presents as example what? As a varied categories we're going to show you that contain features of each concept that are from more than one category. Now, in this case, the number one would be put beside it. I'll let you know which ones that is. And beside the religious, we got an example. I'm going to tell you what it represents, tell you what they think, their philosophy, and then we're going to give you an example. And for all those who follow those philosophies or examples, designated to the primary category of the religion. And then you got the number two meaning it will signify that there's a secondary feature, meaning they believe in something else, okay? Now, if the religion has more than one, it will signify that the religion has aspects that exemplify more than one particular category. That's what I just try to explain to you. I should just keep reading, stop talking. Note, watch this. While a polytheistic monotheism and a pantheistic monotheism, they contain elements of animism, and that's the understanding that what? The universe is alive. With what? With spirits or souls, whatever you want to call it. It is also understood that these are all manifestations of the Supreme Being and not independent realities. The circle, God. The dot, you. And everything in that circle is of God. That includes you. All right. So get that understanding. We had that hopefully a long time ago. We passed that level. Now let's get into the isms. The definition of ism. I went and looked it up for you right quick, so I'll break it down. And a lot of people, rather than say they don't know something, they say, "Well, if you don't know, you don't know." Listen and find out. Once you're told, now you know. If you forgot, that's fine. But if you don't, moving on. All right. Definition, isms. First of all, the meaning of ism. A distinctive doctrine, cause, or theory. An oppressive and especially discriminatory attitude or belief. Meaning it's one-minded. It's this ism. If you can practice theisms, okay, you're going to practice a belief system that God will punish the sinners, okay, those who do wrong, and he will save those who do right. Sound like right thinking philosophy. The same concept. So isms is just narrow-mindedness and put them into perspective. Okay, then it says here, ism, definition and meaning by Merriam and Webster. What does ism stand for in the U.S.? What does ism stand for in slang? I don't care. What is an example of ism? Some common examples include what? Feminism, advocate for female rights, racism, advocate for discrimination. All you got to do is put ism, it's the suffix. Okay, where it is up here. The isms, okay. I don't need about that. More instant, okay, here we go. Now, what does it stand for? Yeah, the Institute of Management, I don't know that part. So what is the Muslim world? Okay, here you go. A belief system, definition of ism, a belief system of beliefs accepted as authoritative by some group or school. Again, your own concept, and that's fine. You got your own lane, so to speak. So now we understand the isms. Let's go by 8 of them. The first I just gave was table. This table is major religious categories. You got theism, atheism, ethicism, ritualism, monism, polytheic monotheism, pantheistic monotheism, and my favorite, mysticism. Every one of them have their philosophy, their doctrine, and we're going to give you examples of people who follow it, all right? Should be fun, all right? First one, theism. Monotheism, kind of thing, whatever, but it's theism, meaning the belief in God who will punish the sinners and save the faithful. Bad go to hell, good go to heaven concept. That wasn't just a Christian concept, but that's the belief from theism. That's what it is. Theology. The example for that is, these are people who follow theism. Orthodox Christianity, Roman Catholics. Orthodox Islam, Middle East, the real Muslim, not they call it nigger Muslim. They call y'all nigger Muslims. Why? That's the black man magic. Islam and Islam don't have no color distinction. Orthodox Islam practice that. Orthodox Judaism, the Jews, they practice the same philosophy. Zoroastrianism, they practice the same philosophy. Brahmanism, again, same philosophy that God will punish the bad and take care of the good. Okay, that's theism. Next one, atheism. What's that? Atheism is your salvation is made by what? Doing what makes you happy. In the words of my man Alistair Crowley, do with what thy will. And in the Illuminati, that's their philosophy. When you got that power and that paper, you can do whatever you want and do it to whoever you want, however you want. It's not a good, that's atheism. Ain't no godliness in there. It's all self. This is ego. This should be egoism. That's what it should be, because that's what it is. Watch this. Salvation by doing what makes you happy. Self-gratification, ego. There is no God. Again, ego what? Edge God out. Sound familiar? I love this. God only exists. What's this? There is no God. Only existence. Okay? We ain't gonna argue the point. I'm just going through it. I'm not here to debate. I'm just reading them all to you what they believe. This is a philosophy. and only existence was just happening on its own without any God. Picture that. That's ignorance personified, but that's their right. Again, he's right in his mind. That's all he got to satisfy. He ain't got to prove nobody else or make nobody, think or feel the way he do. He on his own accord. And that's everybody's right. Moving on. Be it right or wrong. Some of us be wrong and let them go. Just let them go. They'll be back. Reincarnated. All right. But for that example, for the atheism, this is the example. They got followers. Okay. Epicureans. Okay. Who don't know who they are. What's that? Sharvakas. Don't know who they are. Okay. Atheists. Don't know them yet either. Externalists. Don't know none of them either. Stoics. Now these are your Roman gladiators who just thought machismo was the way to go, so they didn't believe in God. If I'm in a position where I got to fight for my life every day, I don't know if God might be on my my belief system. So I can't argue with the Stoics. They got good philosophy. Love the philosophy. Okay? But humanists, what does that mean? Humanists from the Western culture. Freedom to be what it, okay, that's atheists. They feel that they're human. They just don't believe in God. Okay, well, again, they're right. When you don't agree with somebody, that don't make them wrong. Please understand that. You get on better when you just understand that fact. Because you got one belief, they got other. Don't make him wrong and you're right. Y'all both right. So y'all ain't got to argue, bicker, and fight. How about that? Ethicism. I think Maya may be in here. She taught never or right thing philosophy may fall into this category. Watch this. Ethicism is salvation by performing righteous actions. That's right down my. That's what we are. That's right thinking falls in this category. I can tell you that right now. From that point right there, I already know we're gonna be here. And this example of those who follow this philosophy. We know it ain't the white America. Example. Zoroastrianism, now they got two sets of beliefs, so that's the first one. This is one of them, which is ethicism. Jainism, they also got two philosophies that they practice, and this is one of them. Confucianism, just gave the concept about God about them. Aristotelism, Aristotle is the Greek philosopher who learned everything in Egypt. Okay, he's famous. Taoism, they got two separate philosophies also, and this is one of them. Gnosticism, the original Christians, okay? The Christians follow, the Orthodox Christians follow theism. Why do you think that is? And you got the Gnostics, the real original ones, they practice ethnicism. Also, Maya. Vedanta philosophy practice ethnicism. They got two concepts too. Shita Netta. We got 28. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that, but yeah, we have a wide range of philosophical points of views. Buddhism, two philosophies. This is one of them. Pythagoreanism, two philosophies. This is one of them. Oh, how about this? Now the humanists. Okay, humanists in Western civilization was in the atheism. I just saw them over here. No, humanists, African religion, the Eastern religion, and the Native American religion. Now, there you go. And they also follow two philosophies, and this is one of them. Sanatana Dharma. Don't know who they are, but I think that's Hinduism. And they also practice two philosophies. My favorite, Maya, yoga. Okay, again, two philosophies. These are all who take one idea, practice that, but also practice another concept. That's it. That's what they're showing you. It can be done. Next one, ritualism. And this is what a lot of people is freaked out about rituals. Everybody just so hell up on ritual. I'm a Mason. I know about rituals. And some people get caught up in it way too overzealous. How about that? They're a little too extreme. I got a problem with that. Remember, balance. Ritualism. That's it. Your salvation is given by performing correct ritual. The understanding is made clearer by the ritual performing correct. That I'm with, but that ain't for the salvation. No way, Jose. It's instructional purposes only. I know that, but okay, ritualism. Now here's the example. They got some followers. Brahmanism follows ritualism. Why? They put big heavy thing on the rituals, obviously. Priestcrafts, it's all ritualistic to them. Why? That's what they perform. Rituals on a regular basis. So, okay, I agree with that. Ain't got a problem. Shita Netta. We're big on rituals. Everything is staying on the brain behind the ritual serves a purpose, and that makes what rituals important. I told you as a Mason, we were the ritual when they came to me. Why? Because my lives were the most astute when it comes to rituals, because I kept them on point. We practiced. Okay? Where we at? And for them to realize, when he got us doing this, there's a reason why. But when you got all the other lodges coming to us and letting us do what we do, it paid off like spades, okay? Gangbusters, they say. And right here, you got another one. Santana, Dharma, and Hinduism, okay? Any group of occult concept, the ritual is important. How about that? It ain't the end all be all, but it is very important. It just shows you groups who follow it, and I'm in compliance with that also as a Mason. Now, monism. Monism is your salvation by what? Understanding that all is the supreme being and nothing else exists. Circle. Everything in there is God. Not a problem with that at all. Okay. Monism. Okay, let's see who else follow that concept. We in there. Watch this. Example. Taoism. Gnosticism. Vedantism. Shaitanetta. There we go. Buddhism. Pythagoreanism, Spinoza, I don't know who that is, so, and Kabbalism, that is the Jews. Sufism, Islam, they got two concepts also. Idealism, okay, don't know them. Pythagorean, they got two, and the Platonism and yoga. Everybody have a one God concept. Everybody understood that. That's monism. And moving on, I got a few more to go. We got number 6 now. Polytheistic monotheism, meaning more than one God, but one God. Conceptually, I hope I made that explain it right, because watch this. This is what most of us is there. Example, Taoism, Gnosticism. Excuse me, sorry. Wrong slide. Get over in the right lane. Get in your lane. All right. Now, polytheistic monotheism is salvation by approaching the supreme being, be his or her manifestation, nature, cosmic forces, mystical experience. That's a mouthful. Okay. Seeing God in what? Either male or female, your choice. Manifestation, he made us in that nature. He is nature personified. The cosmic forces, they understand the elements. And last but not least, the mystical experience. That's the awakening. That's the coming to grips with one, knowing thyself. That's the philosophy of polytheistic monotheism and why should practice it. African religion, we know that one God and all the gods after that, including yours truly, right thing with philosophy, Shita Netta, ding, 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 we're there. Buddhism, again, Santana, whoever they is, Santana Dharma. Then you got Hinduism and Native Americans. So that practice has been around a long time. Again, practiced by a lot of people, even us. Polytheistic monotheism, pantheistic monotheism is salvation by devotion to God, okay, the supreme being who manifests in all things and leads to what? Your mystical union. That's what the meditation is built for you to commune with your higher self. That's what the pineal gland is made for. God that's his transmitter to get in touch with you. If you do what you need to be doing, you can get to him. They understood that concept, and they knew all things led to what? That mystical union, that experience, that oneness with God. I'm on the God trip this week, so stay well with me. And the people who practices Akhenaten, Atonism. He went so that this one God, Atum, he practiced that. Akhenaten, there you go. You got Vaishnavis, Vishnuites. How about that in India? They follow Krishna, Vishnu and Krishna. Shivites, those are Shiva followers, okay? And you got Sufism, you got Jainism, and you got the goddess concept, the female gods, where they see God in the female aspect. My yacht, me, her, Neef, all my girls. Yeah, we got all the guys had to have a female counterpart, and some female counterparts was guys in their own rights. I want to tell you, I gave birth to Ra. So that means the women came first. I just listened to the thing about the age of time. Females was here first, fellas. Stop with the taking the rib from no women. Smack them. Take that rib and smack the hell out of them with it. They was wrong. Most of them are. Last one, wrapping it up. Hope you get the lesson. Hope you're liking it. I'm enjoying this. This is fun for me. Hope you're learning. Now, mysticism. That's you coming one with God. That was why this. That's my philosophy. That's my take on it. Let's see what they say. Mysticism is salvation by disciplines that lead to what? Union with God, Supreme Being. I understand. Okay, I got full understanding. So, right on point. Watch this. Wrapping it up. Taking it home. This is my coup de grace. For example, Egyptian yoga, Shita Netta, Sufism, Vedanta, Taoism, and Gnosticism. All of them want to what? Commune and make that connection with God for themselves. They practice that. We taught that. We got the blueprint to make it happen. I'm giving it to you on a day-to-day basis. Why? I use it. I practiced it. I want you to do the same thing, and you'll know for yourself what? God. That's a lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I got to go Sunday morning. I got to go to church, handle my business, fellowshipping, understand. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, me, 100 miles a day. So I know that my right thinkers who start to understand and know themselves have passed away.